Today, we will be showing you how to install a 10x14 wood traditional pergola. However, they are also available in the sizes listed on your screen. The tools and accessories that are required in order for you to complete your installation will be laid out in your manual. Once you have located all the tools required in order to complete the installation, make sure that you are following all the local guidelines and regulations in order to complete the installation safely. You can start by unpacking the kit that we will provide for you. Make sure to locate all the necessary items in order to complete the installation. If for whatever reason there are any missing pieces, please contact us at the number listed on your screen. Now that you have located all of the items, we can start with post assembly. We recommend attaching your structure directly to a concrete pad or footers. Mark off the desired location for the structure placement that fits your outdoor area using the footprint of your structure. Standard sizes can be found in the assembly manual that will be provided for you in your kit. Locate the posts, post skirts, and the post anchor brackets to begin the assembly. Notice how each post has a post spacer attached to the bottom. Place 2 post anchor brackets on each post on opposing sides as shown in the manual. Ensure the bottom of the anchor brackets are flush with the bottom of the post spacers. Then fasten them with 4 2.5-inch brown screws per bracket. Set the post in place with the lines that you made. Drill into the concrete using a hammer drill with a 1/2-inch by 6-inch drill bit. Fasten the posts using 1/2-inch anchor bolts through the post brackets. Once the anchor bolts are in place, make sure posts are level. This can be adjusted by loosening or tightening the anchor bolts. Place a post skirt over each post. The post skirts have cutouts on the inside to fit over the anchor brackets. Make sure these are aligned correctly before proceeding. Remove the protective tape from the moisture barrier patches and place one on top of each post to protect the wood. You can now move on to the post and header assembly section of the manual. A tip for installing the headers is to use a wood block not provided on each end of the header. You can cut a piece of 2x4 off the skid that your pergola arrived in. Attach to the top of the header and have one end protruding past the end of the header to rest on the post. Place one of the longer headers in position on the front posts. The headers have exposed hardware on one side. Make sure the hardware is facing to the inside of the structure. Center the header assembly on the post and align the top. Fasten the header to the posts using 3-inch brown screws through all the pre-drilled holes. You may now remove the block. Repeat this process for each header. You can now move on to the top plate assembly section of the manual. Locate the top plates and place them on the structure. Place a triangle bracket on the top plates at each corner of the structure. Keep the brackets in 2 inches from the edge of the top plate. Fasten the triangle bracket using 8 1-inch stainless steel screws. Make sure the end of each top plate is centered diagonally on the corner posts. Each top plate should have the same amount of overhang on each side. The 2 center holes get 2 3-inch brown screws. Finish fastening the top plates using 3-inch brown screws approximately every 16 inches. Your pergola should match the illustration in the manual at this point. You can now move on to the rafter and stringer assembly section of the manual. Locate a 2x6 rafter and place it on one of the shortest top plates. The outside face of the first stringer notch should line up with the outside face of the 2x8 top plate. Ensure that the outside face of the rafter is flush with the top plate, then fasten the rafter using 3-inch brown screws through all the pre-drilled holes in the top plate. Place the remaining rafters on top of the pergola, but do not fasten them yet. Place the 2x4 stringers on top of the rafters and align the notches so they fit together properly. Fasten the 2x4 stringers to the 2x6 rafters using 3-inch brown screws down through the pre-drilled holes. Continue on until all of the stringers have been fastened to the rafters. Fasten the rest of the rafters to the top plate once the 2x4 stringers are fastened and aligned correctly. Use 3-inch brown screws up through the pre-drilled holes in the top plate. You can now move on to the final assembly section of the manual. Attach the Country Lane logo on the inside of one of the headers. It contains the serial number for your structure. If your structure comes with a stain option and is in any way scratched or scuffed from shipping or installation, you can use the stain provided to cover them up.